Hi, I'm Allie Duzette, and I'm so excited about today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about my favorite source of nutrition to support my own third eye and nervous system. This is one of my favorite things because I used to be taking like 500 different supplements. We just moved, and I actually packed 3 separate boxes full of supplements. And it is so nice. They are still packed, and I need to go through them because I'm not even using them anymore right now. I am just using the system that I'm going to tell you about, and I've invited my good friend Mandy to come and tell us about it. So Mandy, I'll turn the time over to you. Shall I pin your video, or do you want to just go straight to a screen share?
Sure. Did you want to talk for a second about how nutrition affects the third eye, or do you want me to talk about this first? How do you want to do it?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can talk about it. Nutrition is really important to the third eye. A lot of people, I had this really interesting conversation just a few nights ago with a friend who was talking about how difficult it was for them to perceive spiritual things, which is what the third eye is all about. It's about perceiving things on a spiritual level. And I told him about a book called Keys to the Science of Theology by Parley P. Pratt, where he explained that the physical mechanism of feeling like the Holy Spirit or spiritual phenomena in general is the nervous system, which is obviously part of the body. And so when we're having trouble perceiving things of a spiritual nature, when we're feeling confused, when we're having a hard time discerning things of any kind of thing, a lot of times that can be a nervous system problem at the root. One of the saddest things to me is when people that are doing the best that they can to be good people and everything, and they feel disconnected from their source. They're feeling like they can't receive the information that they need from spiritual sources. And they're sitting there saying, but I'm a good person. Why isn't this working for me? Well, because this is a body-spirit connection. And sometimes the body's having a hard time. And sometimes we need to support our physical bodies so that we can experience stronger spiritual phenomenon. And so you don't have to take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Like, go directly to the source yourself. You can pray about that. You can feel that out with your body. But I have known for my own self that when I support my physical body, my physical nervous system, and my physical third eye, which is the pineal gland in the brain, that kind of supercharges my own ability to be very intuitive, to discern those things that I need to discern using my own nervous system. Having the proper nutrition to support the nervous system and the brain, and particularly the pineal gland, those things are just completely indispensable. If you are having trouble with your own pineal gland and you are wanting to massively supercharge your intuition, and your nutrition is not up to par, there is a problem. You need to be taking care of both your body and your spirit. It's a two-way street, and that's why we're here on the earth, to understand and to master the body-spirit connection, because one without the other is not complete. And so we prioritize taking care of our physical nerves, our physical brain, physical body, so that we can experience those that ability of discernment and intuition and everything else that comes along with having a healthy third eye. Having a healthy third eye is not just a spiritual, energetic, woo-woo thing. The third eye is physically located in your physical brain. And so supporting that with the proper nutrition can make an enormous difference to your own intuition.
That makes a lot of sense that because of that connection, that evil and conspiring men are trying to make our food less nutritionally dense. They're trying to either help make us eat more crap, right? Fake foods and things. And so because it affects our nervous system, right? Which cuts us off spiritually from our source and makes us just feel like we're lost and wandering and confused. And right? That
Exactly.
makes sense.
It's so
So
true.
we're going to talk about nutrition, like why it's so important for us to supplement to help our bodies thrive at every level, physically and spiritually and everything. So, okay, so should I jump into this?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll take off my video so we can focus on you.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. So I'm Mandy, and I've known Allie for many years, and I'm really excited to talk with her about this topic because it's something that I'm passionate about as well. So just to introduce myself, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been an entrepreneur also for many years. I've got 8 years industry experience. I own a wellness center, and I really like to help people with autoimmune issues. I kind of got into that because of my own health problems, dealing with infertility and Hashimoto's, thyroid issues, some other things. But yeah, so I've become really passionate about helping other people with their health and with their nutrition because I've seen what it can do for the body. And also what happens to the body when you don't have it, right? You get these autoimmune problems and a whole host of other things. So I also like to help people with time and financial freedom. So there's my family. We started a homestead in Cache Valley, Utah last summer, and we're living our dream life. So all right, so let's talk about nutrition. I've heard from so many people that they, eat a healthy diet. They don't need to supplement, various forms of that argument. But I wanted to bring your attention to a study that was done by UCLA. And in 1950s, they found that 1 cup of spinach equaled your daily supply of nutrients. So 1 cup of spinach. Well, in 2000, they found that it took 43 bowls of spinach to get that same amount of nutrition. 43 bowls. I like spinach, but there's no way I could eat 43 bowls of spinach in one day. So that's just kind of there to show you, like, there is a difference. Something has happened to our planet, to our soils. The soils are more depleted now. And so with less nutrition in the soil, less nutrition is in the foods that we grow. And so it just takes a lot more food to get the same nutrition that we did, 50 years ago. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot more health problems, infertility, autoimmune issues, but also a lot more obesity. When your body is lacking the nutrients it needs, it wants to keep eating and eating and eating, trying to get more of those nutrients that it needs. Of course, the nutrients aren't there, and so we're just gaining weight, right, instead of getting that nutrition. So just a couple of statistics here for you. They say most people don't even eat the 6 to 10 recommended servings of fruits and vegetables. There's 84% less vitamins and minerals. That was according to the USDA. Most of the top health problems in the US are heart disease, cancer, arthritis, stroke, and diabetes. And all of those are directly tied to our diet. 55% of Americans take prescription drugs. And luckily, we are finally starting to see a shift where people are turning away from pharmaceuticals or wanting to turn away from pharmaceuticals, looking more towards natural care and prevention, right? Isn't prevention a better way to go? So let's talk about how good nutrition can help us and save us from these terrible health problems that our nation is facing. So I have to talk about these little wild blueberries that are just amazing. So a few years ago, I started reading some books by a guy named Anthony Williams, and he talks about like the underlying causes of a lot of these health problems that we're seeing, and he always talks about his favorite miracle food, which is wild blueberries, and he talks about just how healing they are for the body and how protective they are for the body, and he talks a lot about like they have to be wild blueberries because the cultivated ones, the ones that are grown on farms, are not the same. They carry about 1/3 of the nutrition that wild blueberries do. Okay, so I read his books. I was convinced. I was like, yes, I need to add blueberries into my diet and into my family's diet. But, you know, I could buy them frozen, but it was really hard to keep like a whole freezer full of blueberries. And my kids just wouldn't eat them. Like they would eat them in a smoothie once in a while, but like I couldn't get them like a cup of wild blueberries into them every day. It was expensive. It was hard to do. So about that time, someone introduced me to the Triangle of Health. And the main part of this triangle of health is Sunrise, which is the little blue pouch that you see in front of you. And it is made from wild Alaskan blueberries. I was like, wow, this is perfect. I've been looking for a source of wild blueberries. And this is so convenient. My kids love to drink it. I love to drink it. It's in a pouch. I don't have to fill up my freezer with wild blueberries every week. All right. So not just wild blueberries, though, it also has 21 other superfoods, and I'm going to go over those in a minute. What are superfoods? Well, it's basically a food, usually fruits and vegetables, a few others that aren't, but they're so just supercharged with nutrition. They have so many nutrients in them. They're super healing for the body. So they call them superfoods, okay? So this is basically like juicing in a pouch. They do all the work for you. It's really simple, it's convenient, it's in a pouch. And because these nutrients are in their liquid form, they're very bioavailable, which means your body has a really easy time using them and absorbing them. I have to say real quick, growing up, my mom was a nurse, and so she always talked to me about what a waste vitamins were. And I think I finally asked her why that was, but she said that there was something called a bedpan study done years and years and years ago, where they gave patients vitamins in the hospital, and then they looked at the bedpans, you know, a day or two later, and they could see that the vitamins had passed right through them without being digested or assimilated in any way. And so she's always told me growing up that vitamins were a complete waste of money. So I've since learned in the last few years that that's not true. There's a huge spectrum of different vitamins and supplements that you can take. Vitamins like you buy at Costco or at Walgreens or something, they're usually a hard pack vitamin, which means, yes, they will pass right through you without being digested. Something like this is completely different because it comes from foods, right? It comes from wild blueberries or wild Alaskan salmon or other food sources, but it's a food which your body recognizes, it knows how to use them, it absorbs them. So there's a complete difference in something like a hard pack vitamin, very low quality, not available to the body, and then a high quality vitamin or supplement that's made from superfoods, is in a soft pack form, and is something that your body can recognize and use, okay? So just a little background there. So it's called the Triangle of Health. So that means there's 3 parts. The first one is the Sunrise, which I mentioned is the superfoods, the juice in the pouch. The second part of it is the Sunset, which is it's your fish oils. It's made from wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, which is the very best form of getting those omega-3 fatty acids that you need for your brain, for your nervous system, for every part of your body. It has tocotrienols, it has astaxanthin, and it won the Best in World award for quality a few years ago. So really high quality fish oils. These are 1,000 times better than the ones you'll find at Costco or Walgreens or wherever. The third part of the triangle is this Nitro. So it's made from the wild nani plant, and basically it increases blood flow and energy. They found that this nitric oxide, it has the same effect as morphine, but without the side effects. So it's the Triangle of Health, and these 3 products, when you put them together, they create a synergy, like just an amazing synergy when you put them together, and they help just about every part and system of the body. And we'll go more into that in a minute. Okay, so let's talk about Sunrise for just a minute. Like I said, this is water soluble. It's whole food nutrition, like juicing in a pouch. It has 10 essential vitamins and 74 minerals in one 1-ounce serving. So it comes in the little pouches, or you can also buy it in the glass bottle and pour out your 1 ounce, measured out if you prefer that. So it's made from 22 superfoods. It has the highest source of antioxidants in the world. And if you haven't read about antioxidants, you should. We all need them desperately in our diets to combat all the toxins that we're getting from our environment and from our food and everything around us. But antioxidants fight the effect of oxidative damage in the body, which can cause severe issues, health problems of all sorts. And there are over 500,000 different published studies on the health benefits of these 22 superfoods. There's a little image there, but I'm going to go through and talk about just a couple of these. So the wild Alaskan blueberry, right? That was the one I was so excited about because I'd been reading Anthony Williams' books and I was trying to find a good source of wild blueberries, and this is it. These are grown in Alaska, out in the wild, so they're untouched by man. Like the soil is really fertile. Because of the harsh growing environment, these blueberries actually are even higher in their antioxidants because the plants just have to be a little more tough to just survive in that harsh environment. But they're amazing. There's acai berry, grapeseed and skin, maki berry, aronia, wolfberry, ginseng, ashwagandha, amla berry, mangosteen, cranberry, pomegranate, red raspberry, aloe vera, kale, broccoli, and spinach. So each one of these is amazing. I wanted to share with you a few things that I learned about some of these ingredients because as I learned more about this product, I was like, I want to study each one of these. They're amazing. So I'm not going to go through all 22, but I am going to just share a few of these with you. So blueberries, let's talk about what they do. They help protect the liver. They speed up liver regeneration. They help the liver do its cleansing work, which if you've ever studied the liver, it really is kind of an unsung hero in our bodies. So it searches out potential disease. It monitors your stress and toxicity levels, helps the body to heal itself. And these blueberries are the most effective at detoxing toxic heavy metals, DDT, radiation, things like that. It's beneficial for every part of the body and every condition, particularly if it's brain or nerve related. The next one, pomegranate. It's excellent for weight loss. It offers protection from cancer and Alzheimer's. It reduces the risk of heart disease by scavenging free radicals. Pomegranates also act like natural aspirin in the body and help to prevent blood clots. It's great brain food, increases cognitive function and memory recall, helps prevent cartilage deterioration, prevention of osteoarthritis. It has anti-inflammatory compounds, which so many of us are dealing with chronic inflammation, right? It's great for autoimmune disorders like fibromyalgia, COPD, bursitis, Lyme disease, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue, and lupus. Has been shown when taken daily to effectively protect against diabetes, lymphoma, UTIs, breast, colon, lung, and prostate cancer. Wow, right? Pomegranate, who knew? Okay, the next one, amla berry. It's high in minerals and vitamins. It's high in antioxidants. It boosts the immune system, protects the body from chronic illness and disease. It's good for UTIs, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, asthma, blood disorders. It's anti-inflammatory. Again, good for autoimmune disorders like arthritis, chronic fatigue, lupus, fibromyalgia. It's alkalinizing for the stomach. It removes acidosis, enhances food absorption, and regulates elimination. So again, helping so many parts of the body. Okay, the last one I'm going to go over quickly is ashwagandha. So this really helps with stress-related conditions. So if you have stress in your life, you need some ashwagandha in your life. It helps with adrenal fatigue, exhaustion, heart and kidney problems. It boosts your immune system. It increases white blood cell count, prepares the body to fight infections and allergies, improves neurological conditions like brain fog, migraines, tremors, tics and spasms, restless leg syndrome, chronic nerve pain, shingles. Helps the body produce thyroid hormones, which can increase energy, metabolism, good sleep cycle, improves oxygen usage on a cellular level, so helps with all kinds of breathing problems and asthma. It's beneficial for depression, anxiety, insomnia, anemia, candida, type 2 diabetes, fibromyalgia, Lyme disease, chronic fatigue, and Guillain-Barré. So as you can see, that's just like 4 of the 22 superfoods that are included here. But I hope you're getting a sense of just how incredible each of these ingredients are. When you put them together, wow, it's just giving your body a major boost of nutrition. And I tell people all the time, you know, there's no such thing as a magic pill. But when you give your body like the nutrition that it needs, your body heals itself. Like your body is the miracle worker. So that's what I love about these ingredients. It's feeding your body at a cellular level, all those little micronutrients that it might be missing. And it's amazing, like the healing that happens after taking this for a month, and then 2 months, and then 3 months. And people just start seeing all these amazing health benefits as they feel better and are sleeping better and all kinds of things. Okay, so the next part of the triangle, Nitro. So this is a little, it's like a juice. It comes in a dropper bottle or in these little white squeeze bottles, but you take like half a dropper full about 3 times a day. And then for people who really feel like they need more energy, they can take it like 6 times a day, just a little half a dropper full. There's no caffeine or anything like that. It's not like a stimulant of any kind, but what it's doing, it's just boosting that production of nitric oxide in the body. So it helps support a healthy immune system. There was a man who won a Nobel Prize for his research on nitric oxide. Really cool stuff if you want to look that up. But it helps with circulation throughout your body. So it's delivering more oxygen to all of your cells, which again helps you feel more energy throughout the day. It also helps people who might be training for some kind of marathon or something, helps athletes. It helps you absorb more of the nutrients that you're eating. It helps with pain management. This is a big one that we hear from people, improved pain management. And then an independent clinical study showed that it produced nearly the same nitric oxide boosting effects as morphine, but without the negative side effects. Isn't that cool? And so it's a nutritionally superior alternative to prescription drugs. And then the last one is Sunset. So these are our omega-3 capsules. They're made from wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, so your fish oils. They're in a couple capsules you take at night at bedtime, right? Sunrise in the morning, sunset at night. But your body really needs these omega-3 fatty acids. It's necessary for your brain and your heart and so many parts of your body. So heart health, immune system. It contains tocotrienols, which is the most potent form of vitamin E, which is another nutrient a lot of us are missing out on. And again, it won the Monde Selection Grand Gold Award for world class quality. So these are like the best fish oil supplements you can buy. And yeah. So that's the 3 parts of the triangle. We have the sunrise. So you take that in the morning, you just a pouch, squeeze it into your mouth. The sunset that you take at night, and then the nitro you take throughout the day, 3 to 6 times a day, just about half a dropper full. And you can actually take more than 1 sunrise a day. I actually try to take 2 or 3 a day. I find that I feel better when I do that. Again, just more nutrition. My body's healing from a lot of health issues that I've had for a long time. And so I know that healing, it's a slow and steady process, right? And so I say start out with 1, but if you feel like you need to work up to a couple sunrises a day, you can certainly do that. And for kids, you can pop those sunrises in the freezer and then just cut the top off, and they're like a really yummy little popsicle. So they're awesome. So I love that you can get the Triangle of Health with free shipping. So Kyani has a program called Kyani Prime. It's kind of like Amazon Prime, where you pay a little bit for the Prime and then you get free shipping. And you also get about a 10% saving on the items that you have on your monthly order. So just to kind of summarize, these are the benefits for the Triangle of Health. We have increased focus and cognitive function, better stress management, healthy blood sugar levels, healthy cholesterol levels. We hear that a lot from people. Their bad cholesterol levels really come down after taking this for a couple months. And blood sugar levels, I've been working with a health coach to help manage my blood sugar levels just through diet. And it was being really stubborn because I have some insulin resistance going on. And so he couldn't figure out why, like, my diet was perfect, but my blood sugar levels still weren't coming down. And so I started taking my Sunrise again. I had stopped taking it for a few weeks while I was working with him because I wasn't sure what the juice would do. I just wanted to do what he was telling me to do. Anyway, I started taking my Sunrise again, and bam, my blood sugar levels came right down where they were supposed to be. And he's like, "What are you doing different?" And I was like, "It's the Sunrise." And so I was telling him all about it. And so I was just really happy that it does help keep my blood sugar levels where they should be. Increase energy, reduce inflammation, better pain management, increase sexual function, better cardiovascular health, increases cellular support, helps with quality of sleep. And also you can take this without totally changing your diet, right? You can just add it to what you're already doing. So if you have family members who maybe aren't open to eating a better diet, this is something you can just add in, right? It tastes delicious. It's easy to take. It's easy to do. If they're not able or willing to change their diet, they can just add this in and get the benefits of much better nutrition. So I hope that as we've talked about this, I've hoped that you have just thought about what's possible for you. If you feel stuck with your health, or maybe you just don't feel as much energy or vitality as you want to, maybe there's some health goals that you have to achieve, whatever it is, I hope that this is getting you a little excited about what's possible when you give your body better nutrition and how it can heal from the inside out. So how to get started? Well, you can order the Triangle of Health. It's a little over $3 a day. And it's totally worth every penny, right? It's for like what you'd pay for a tea or a drink at a restaurant. You can get your Triangle of Health every day. You can also become a partner and do what I do, which is teaching people about these amazing products and how they can change their life. There's different packages where you can get all the good stuff. And they actually have a beautiful skincare line too that's all natural and has these beautiful plant ingredients that are really nourishing for the skin and have tons of anti-aging properties. So you can get either the skincare kit or you can get the Triangle of Health in lots of different packagings and sizes so that you can share those with people. But I really love sharing this with people. Of course, I love helping people, especially with their autoimmune issues and things, because I've been there and done that and have known what it feels like to not have anywhere to turn and not getting the answers that I needed from my doctor, and so looking elsewhere for those answers. And so I love sharing these things with people, and I've seen so many people have incredible results. You take it for a few months and it's like, oh, I'm sleeping better, oh, my cholesterol's down, or all kinds of things. It's just really exciting to see that. And I love that Kyani is so generous. I'm driving my dream car now. They have a wonderful charity that I love. We fed like 900 kids last month with a bunch of charity donations that we made. So I love being a part of that. And I also love that they have a retirement plan. For every, dollar in volume that my customers and everyone on my organization orders, they put a little money away in an account, and it's a retirement fund for me. And I only have to do this for like 5 years. And then when I hit age 60, I start getting this retirement plan basically. And it compounds 10% each year. So I love having my own little retirement plan as well. So, but most of all, I just love bringing health and hope to people. It's amazing what people can do when they have better health and they have better vitality and more energy. We need more good people out there just living their best life and being in touch with their source and serving the world. And so I'm happy to share this with people and help them realize their divine potential. And then also having time freedom and financial freedom is just as wonderful. I love helping people figure out what they would do with that time and financial freedom. saving for college, helping family members, doing service, doing charity work, saving for retirement or for travel or a new car, whatever it is. I just love helping people with all this. So anyway, that's all I have, Allie. I'd love to hear from you what you have to say about nutrition and how this all affects the nervous system and the third eye and why we need it so much. What it looks like when people have a messed up nervous system.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I love your presentation. This is not the first time I've seen it, but I always love it, and I feel like I learn new things every time. Yeah, most people know me now from energy work and like the intuitive world, but my degree is actually in soil chemistry. And so the issues of soil depletion and nutritional depletion because of soil depletion have been on my radar for many years. And even as a teenager in college, like this was a high priority to me to deal with this. My research in college had to do with fertilizer and how these days they only really make fertilizer with 3 different macronutrients for plants. And so plants are grown having just nitrogen and potassium and so on, and that's it. And they don't have these micronutrients because we're no longer really composting and returning those things to the soil. Like even at my house, I've been meaning to get like composting worms, which I'm so excited about, but my husband does not believe in keeping worms in the house, which is so lame, but someday they will be mine. Right now, because of our living situation and my husband's hatred of worms, when I cut up some lettuce and I throw that end in the trash, there's nowhere else for it to go. But those things are supposed to go back to the soil to revitalize the soil with the micronutrients that our bodies need. And this is why we, like you said at the beginning, it takes like 33 bowls of spinach to get the same equivalent of nutrition, every single passing year that we're all throwing away our food waste into the trash instead of composting it and returning it to the soil of farms. That's just one more year, one more level that all of our food, even our organic food, is getting nutritionally depleted. That's all of these nutrients that are going straight to the landfill instead of back into the systems to feed us. And so to me, that addressing that issue for my family and for myself has been a top priority thing since I was like 18. But I haven't always known what to do about it. And so, like I said, I had those 3 boxes of supplements and kind of much good that they did me. I remember I was suffering from severe nutrient depletion. A couple of years ago, I had been nursing and pregnant consecutively for 8 years almost, or like combined, I guess like 5 years. Anyways, it was like a long time that I had no breaks and my body was starting to shut down. And a nutritionist told me the thing that you need is ashwagandha. And I was like, where the heck am I going to get a quality ashwagandha? And I didn't even know what to do. And now it's been so nice to know that every day I take my sunrise, I'm getting that ashwagandha, which protects the adrenals, really supports adrenal function and everything else, because I was kind of having like this adrenal crash. And on top of that ashwagandha, I'm getting like all of the other things, and from a source that is actually high in nutrients because of my background in soil chemistry. I really don't trust organic produce. Like I don't trust my food, and I eat it anyway because what else are you going to do? But I know that it's not doing the job for my body. And so it has been such a blessing to find this source of intense and well-sourced and thorough nutrition that does have those micronutrients that I know I'm not going to get anywhere else without a lot of work. I feel like this has been the easiest way And I mean, it has saved me money. Like, I used to spend so much money on every weird supplement because I want my vitamin D and I want my vitamin E, and now I can just take, everything in a whole food juice form that is actually bioavailable. I don't have to wonder, well, is this just going to pass through me, and I just wasted my money. Like, I didn't waste my money. I feel different. I feel better. This has been a great deal for me. And I know that when I am supporting my body that way, it supports my energy field as well. So that is really the
Can
thing.
I ask, what kind of problems are you seeing, like, just in people in general? Like, what happens to people when their nervous system is messed up?
That is an excellent question. And I just,
People go crazy, right?
yeah, yeah. I was on the phone last night with one of my mentorship students for like over an hour about this issue, because she had a client that she was doing all this energy work, and her client did not feel different. And she said, "Oh no, am I a failure? How come I'm doing all this stuff and my client doesn't feel any difference?" And I just had to like think about it with my mind for a minute, I didn't even access this person's energy, but just looking at it from afar, I was just like, oh my gosh, their nervous system is done. It's toast, That person's nervous system is in dire straits. And when the nervous system, when we experience trauma, any kind of trauma, a physical trauma, I see a lot with car accidents. The body stops and the energy field kind of keeps going and it gets kind of separated from the body. So like physical traumas can cause this, and emotional traumas, discovering your spouse has an addiction, you having an addiction, all these different kinds of emotional traumas, deaths in the family, different situations, they all can cause trauma. And that how we process that trauma is all the nervous system. And so when people's nervous systems have experienced major trauma, either spiritual or physical, like in the case of a car accident, or like a punch to the face, or like something, any kind of physical trauma that affects the body, which is all of the traumas, right? It can cause the nervous system energy field to fracture or even to flee the body completely. And when that happens, that's when people report feeling numb. They might, like, even when they're happy, they like don't feel happy, and when they're sad, they like don't feel sad. When you're doing energy work, you don't feel a difference. All of that can be traced to nervous system failure. And those are just emotional symptoms, but on a physical level, that's when you get things like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, all these things which have links to trauma. And if you go and look in these medical journals, you find that there is a known link between childhood trauma, both physical and emotional, and these later onset nervous system issues of fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, and really a lot of things come down to the nervous system that most people don't understand, like ADD, ADHD, hyperactivity, trouble focusing. I mean, you get like the hyper end and you get the underactive end, and it all comes down to nervous system dysfunction. And so for me, for my work, for a lot of years, I really felt like energy work could solve everything. Energy work alone. Wow. Why would we have anything else? We don't even need food. All we need is energy work. But that is not true. And I've come to a more nuanced understanding of the body and the spirit, united. That's where the magic happens. That's the power place. And I have found that when people take better care of their physical bodies, their energy bodies tend to match, which is one reason why we, engage in fasting. And, when we do these different physical body care things, a lot of times when people lose weight, especially when they lose weight rapidly and drastically, they will experience like a major shift in their psychological processes and the way they think and the way that they feel. And the same thing when we start detoxing our body, we start feeling and acting different, and our energy field changes to match. And when we engage in better nutrition, our body and energy field change to match. Oh boy, here comes a sad friend. I hope you guys can't hear my little 3-year-old crying. Yeah, I'll turn it to you for a second, Mandy.
Yeah, I really think it's interesting that I feel like our food is being attacked and our bodies are being attacked from just all these pollutants in the air and the water, and like Ali talked about, the soils being so depleted, right? And so it makes sense that as we're getting less nutrition, it's affecting our body and our nervous system and everything, which affects us spiritually, right? And cuts us off from our source. So it's just like this domino effect. And so the only way to fight back is to just try to feed our bodies like the deep nutrition that they need, right? So that's where the miracle happens. Good nutrition. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right?
Exactly.
They're right all along.
It's so true. I feel like on a religious level, God has been preaching the importance of proper nutrition since the beginning, and all the dietary rules and suggestions. And one thing that's been sticking out to me a lot recently is that phrasing, according to the flesh, that Christ needed to experience having his bowels filled with mercy according to the flesh. And that body-spirit connection really is a big deal. And when we take better care of our bodies, the energy in our entire life really, really shifts. I was reading a book the other day where this guy was talking about how to just improve your life and in general, but his whole philosophy is that everything kind of is linked together in a plane. Like, if your house is dirty, you probably also are not in great health, and you probably also have this problem or that problem. But then if you can get yourself to a little bit better place with your health, then you'll have more energy to be taking better care of your house and your car, and get a better job. And as you take these baby steps up in one area of your life, then the whole part of your life just increases in quality. And I've really felt like that's true for me. When I'm taking better care of my body, I feel like everything in my whole life just goes so much better. So yeah, anyway, well, thank you so much, Mandy. This was awesome. I'm really grateful for you. For all of you, my friends watching this, thanks for watching. I hope that this was educational for you. And I'm really excited to offer you a gift, which is so exciting. But my real dream is for everybody to just be healthy and I want everybody's third eyes to be in excellent condition. That would be my dream, because if everybody's body was healthy and their third eyes were healthy, we could do so much good in this world, and it would be so wonderful. So anyway, if you decide that trying out the Triangle of Health is for you and something you want to try to help heal your own body and your own third eye and massively supercharge your own intuition, please email me and let me know. It's Ali at aliduzette.com, and mention this webinar, and I will send you a free pre-recorded energy healing for your nervous system. And I'm really excited about that, and I think you should be too. So this is very exciting. And that's it for today. So thank you so much, Mandy. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.